And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, live here for the Nanyang Championships and the China qualifier, where we currently have Team CDEC Youth taking on Invictus Gaming. Of course, Gods, it's a 1-1. This is our deciding game number 3.
I'm excited, looking forward to it. I want to believe in the new IG, but at the same time, some veterans on CDEC Youth who've been around for a while. Inflame was part of that eHome squad that had some really creative stuff around the DAC era, but the team never really took off, so... curious to see what this youth team can do for CDEC, but IG is definitely a team you want to see succeed and do well. So to me, this is really IG's case, time to really prove their case that they are still a Tier 1 team in China.
Well, they're certainly a fan favorite, and with that, a lot of bets on the line, I think, as far as the rares go. IG were the heavy favorites coming in, but CDEC Youth, if you watched the games yesterday, shouldn't be a big surprise that they're doing well, as the teams are rifling their way through this draft to get our Game 3 underway. Will be a Queen of Pain first pick. CDEC Youth again on the dire side. This time they will remove the Bounty Hunter.
It's a Queen of Pain over the Gyrocopter as well, so very confident in their early Queen of Pain pick. It was banned out in Game 1, so it seems... I mean, each team will always have their slightly different meta games where they prioritize some heroes more than others. It does seem like the Queen of Pain is maybe one.
I did not feel the Queen of Pain's presence that game. There was like 3 or 4 big ults that were just blown to kill a hero with like 50 health. Never had a big team fight combo with the Vac Queen of Pain ult combo. Didn't seem like it was first pick material, to be honest, from the game impact.
Yeah, the Lina completely... It was like right when the Queen of Pain kind of came online at the time where Queen of Pain's meant to be dominant. 430 just got like 2 or 3 kills in a row using the just Yule's combo, and it was like, oh, this Queen of Pain's not doing a whole lot now.
You know, I know you and when I've cast with you and Winter the past 3 weeks, both of you, it's like every game it's... You know, the team that's picking Lina early generally seems to be the team that's doing better, and
we saw Lina lose in Game 1, but that was a support.
We did. But yeah, the core Lina picks, I mean, it's not... This hero just doesn't lose her lane very often.
I like what Fire started doing. I wonder if more teams may pick up on it. Obviously, Fire not like a team necessarily on the radar of...
I don't think IG's watching Fire replays yet. Maybe after ESL 1 they will.
Their response, when they had first pick, they wouldn't first pick the Lina. They'd first pick Tusk or whatever hero they wanted to get. They felt good, but if the other team first 2 picked Lina, they would pick TA second and send TA against Lina mid. It's a good matchup in the lane stage for TA, and also
Brax has been owning on that hero lately.
Yeah, and also you can't get comboed by it as well, so it's like just a really good hero in general with against a Lina because you can't get Yule's comboed because you have refraction up all the time. So just worked out really nicely, and yeah, Brax on Cloud9 now, by the way, but 747 playing mid for Fire.
That's I'm mixing them up. But they both are favoring that TA bid quite a bit.
It's a great pickup against Lina. But we're not... I mean, at this point, CDEC are already committed to their mid, so they can't really... They could go for a second pick TA, but then Queen of Pain in an off lane or a safe lane, and it kind of messes with your overall strategy, maybe.
Yeah, maybe not such a great pick versus the Gyrocopter, though. Obviously, you can instantly remove your refraction and be a bit of a pest here in the mid game. We'll see a Dazzle for IG third.
But
this time, the Brood is banned. The Brood is out of the picture. We won't see IG with the full cheese mode this time around.
No. Just offlaners galore banned. Darkseer, Clockwork, Undying, Brood, so... Spirit Break is still available. Earthshake has also been banned. Tusk has been banned. This is very limited as far as what teams can go for. And that's where maybe we see, like... Lure was... kind of well known for his axe, I'd say, and you could pull out something like an axe Dazzle dual lane if you wanted to. But also a potential pick for CDEC Youth if they want to get the axe.
Well, I'm wondering about the PL. Is that something CDEC Youth want here? Because if they go for that, then the axe may be the quick reply from IG.
There's still Ember Spirit in the pool, and that's where I feel like if you pick PL, you want to pick it 4th probably rather than 3rd, because IG can just run Ember mid and put Lina support if you see the PL come out.
Well, if they want to do that, they've got to pick a support or an offlaner here.
Yeah. With the limited offlane
there's no offlaners, so
it may be where you want to grab one of them right now while you can. Get them while there's still some left.
Well, I mean, Axe does not sound very good for them versus a Gyro Dazzle, so
I don't think Axe
I don't think they'll take the Axe. I feel like they're very cornered by this draft. It's almost like they have to show their carry here. Not sure what support. Well, I guess they'll get they'll get a support. They get a Rubik. But very low damage supports.
Yeah, I think the 4th pick for CDEC Youth may be PL, and then like a last ban onto Ember.
I feel like it's PL or Anti-Mage.
Yeah, still a good game for Anti-Mage from what we're looking at. And there is always potential for a Lina Ag Scepter and just Lina dealing with an AM, but overall they haven't got any catch potential outside of Lina from the other two heroes yet, so you're not looking at Earthshakers, Lions, any real good lockdown or blink pick-off potential.
Yeah, IG, they always have that flexibility, as you mentioned, where they can run the support Lina, they can go run it mid, and definitely makes this a little trickier for CDEC Youth and not knowing what the lanes will look like just yet. But I think after how well the Lina mid went, that I'd be surprised if IG don't go back to it again.
Yeah. I think it's mostly if you see a PL, you would look to switch it up because you're just like, oh, okay, Ember counters PL just so damn well. But they won't get that opportunity here because CDEC with the 4th pick and then a ban.
Maybe that's where they get their Sven instead. They're going to pick up a Sand King now, so kind of a mixture of...
This might be an offlaner even, just like because there is no offlaners.
Yeah, I think it is most likely.
I mean, Chuan does play Sand King a lot as well, but...
If they run it as a support, then there's a lot of squabbling over this jungle from the Lina, the Gyro to some extent, even the Sand King. Yep. They're all going to want those stacks.
So we'll see what CDEC Youth get here. And also maybe slight deterrent to picking a PL. Like they're probably looking at CDEC Youth like they're probably picking PL. You can still beat a PL without an Ember. I'm making it sound like you've got to have an Ember to beat a PL. This hero isn't a top 2 pick by any means. So it's not like versing this hero without a PL without an Ember is a problem.
All right, CDEC Youth picking the Dragonite here. So they're going to hide their carry until the final pick of the draft gods.
Yeah. Queen of Pain.
I feel like this is very annoying for IG. So like, it's probably anti-major PL. We're gonna ban one. They'll probably pick the other.
Yep.
But we don't know for sure. If it's an AM, they do have a potential core Lina. So obviously, pretty good counter with the Laguna Blade Ags upgrade.
Yeah, they have Sand King as well for like a blink stun initiation, but I'd still say overall it's a fine game to pick an anti-mage up. Other option, I don't know. Let's say they ban out Phoenix. The other option is they do run Queen of Pain safe lane, which is a possibility.
They don't have very good counters for like a BKB carry at that point. Very limited physical damage. Quap ult, not good single target burst.
Yeah, it's Quap ult and the DK, trying to get the DK stun on the hero before they use a BKB.
It's a little awkward, though, if they run the Queen of Pain off lane at the same time.
Gyro takes a long time to transition into that like physical damage late game carry, especially nowadays where we're seeing a lot more SMY type builds. It's much more about fighting with your team rather than being a late game scary carry. But it's possible. I think running the Queen of Pain in the safe lane is viable, but it's more like what are the actual offlaners available?
Now this I was not expecting. Legion Commander, the grab for IG, so it will be the support jungle Sand King. You've got your Lina mid. This is a bit on the greedy side, gods, for IG.
When there's nothing left to put in the off lane. Good against
Why
the
not
DK
just put
stun.
the Sand King there?
I guess they feel more comfortable with the hero in Chuan's hands. It's one of his more signature heroes, I guess.
10 seconds remaining.
And they probably feel the Sand King can actually maybe get more farm in the jungle than in the off lane. If they want to make sure they get that fast blink. I don't imagine Legion's going to have a good time or get much farm this game.
Well, it could counter if they do go for PL. If they go for the PL, it's obviously your first skill very good against, what is it called? Overwhelming odds? Yeah, overwhelming odds really good against illusions.
Yeah. And the press the attack is Dispel, which gets rid of Shadow Strike. It gets rid of the DK stun. So those are two annoying pesky spells to deal with.
All right, this makes probably more sense for the lanes at least. CDEC Youth getting a more independent hero for aim.
Well, he's normally playing the farmer role, so
it's going to be a one-position Wind Ranger, it looks like.
Potential for CDEC Youth to run a kind of aggressive lane, maybe a tri-lane even, if they want to. Rubik, Wyvern, Queen of Pain. You've got lots of long-range harass, which is the way to beat a Gyro in a tri-lane versus tri-lane can either be amazing or really bad. And against long-range harass, like a Rubik, Wyvern, Queen of Pain have, he's actually quite poor. He's not going to get in close to get off a Rocket Barrage, especially when he's got a Dazzle support as well as a Sand King. Sand King's level 1 Burrow Strike is... if you Burrow Strike in, you just die as a Sand King. So to me, this is an aggro tri-lane CDEC Youth would actually win if they take that approach.
10 seconds
All right, let's see if that is the play here. Do they look to pressure IG early on? Or will they let Chuan have his way in the woods? For now, Aim's going to head towards the top lane as the Wind Ranger. We'll see The TP down through mid and then a blink across the river. This is just the continued evolution of the way teams try to get these TP wards off. We've seen quite a few teams in the SEA scene will TP mid and then run up the ramp to block off this camp. Now we're seeing the TP mid blink across the river to block off the big camp. We've seen, obviously, the more standard TP to your safe lane and ward that way. The counter play from Radiant where they TP and run in to try and scout that out. It's just it's a game of constantly shifting movements to try and get these wards. And then, you know, that's not even counting the more standard, like 5-man down the bottom lane, you know, smoke off the bat type of plays, gods.
And this was a Dazzle who TP'd down at level 1, like kind of expecting that off-lane TP for an early ward, so...
Gonna slow down Mr. Chuan here early on. He'll be a little sad when he discovers it.
And you see this a lot too. Both mid laners instantly run mid to stand on their hill just to scout out any potential wards, because it just gives that little bit of extended vision out past what your tower sees. So you're often scouting out early hero movements with this, but...
Oh, that's the... Yeah, and that's the other thing. This Quap not only blocking the camp, but also gets the hill ward down.
Yep.
I don't think anybody scouted that one. In fact, the Radiant will ward. This was spotted if they were watching.
May have planted it from like right behind the tree. It was kind of a...
The battle begins.
Maybe just on the edge kind of thing. I'm not sure 100% if they saw it. But either way,
I think he poked out for just like a moment right here. But they had to be really closely monitoring that lane.
And he like shift queued to move, so it didn't look like he stopped to ward. Like he kind of did like a ward and then moved downwards in one fluid movement, so... Always something kind of important to do when you're warding is not just plop a ward and then stand still.
Lots of interesting little adjustments here from both teams. As we get into our deciding game number 3, guys, just ignore the scoreboard. The scoreboard is a lie. Reborn is a lie. The only truth is that this is 1-1 right now. And look at our mid lane. We'll introduce the players here. Inflame going to be playing the Dragon Knight up against 430 on the Lina, with Chuan roaming through as the Sand King. Up top, you've got Mr. Icy on the support Rubik. It'll be Aim playing the carry Wind Ranger, trying to keep Luo out of the off lane for now on the side of IG. Demons will be your pulling Winter Wyvern, and that leaves June as the off lane Queen of Pain up against Rabbit on the Gyro, who is going to be supported here bottom by Mr. Super on the Dazzle.
Yeah. And with Sand King playing a more greedy style in the jungle, it does mean that Queen of Pain should be able to get experience in the off lane, despite the creep pulls available. It's a Dazzle Gyro lane, which don't have any way of kind of preventing Queen of Pain just from blinking out to escape. So
Courier will bring out the bottle. 430, trying to pressure this Dragon Knight early, but Inflame has already rushed his own bottle, so still getting this farm here reasonably quickly as 430 tanks some pot shots from the creeps, then takes a Breathe Fire. Inflame now. 5 CS already. Just looking to play the farm game mid. 430 is threatening, though. He gets off the stun. Chuan's going to follow this up. This could be the first blood. Inflame does have the 1 point in the Dragon Blood. He's going to go in, throws out the Breathe Fire for the damage reduction, but it's not enough. It'll end up going down to that last auto attack. And elsewhere, June on the run, but Super has tracked him down. He may kill him off as well. He tried to drag the creep way back. Denied. No, the poison gets him. The poison gets him. Oh, that hurts. And they may get more. They burrow demons. Could trap him up on the high ground here. The Lina stun comes out. It's 3 quick kills, it seems, over the top of the cliff. And suddenly Luo trapped up there as well.
with Chuan.
What the hell is going on, gods? I'm not even sure that kill's worth it. They've got 2 heroes cliffed already.
Somebody needs to call Sir Action Slacks. These guys are stuck on a cliff.
MVP Icy.
Damn.
Is that it? That last kill I don't even think is worth the kill, to be honest. Like, you've got 2 heroes doing nothing for...
I'm Sand King can
2
stun
minutes.
down, but Luo needs to either have a TP pass to him or needs to wait for the courier to be upgraded. There is a TP on the courier, but it's going to be 3 minutes soon, so they'll just upgrade it rather than probably hand pass it to him. Actually, no, Chuan's going. He's got the handoff.
Yeah, but that does mean there's no stacking going on right now. Aside from the one camp Super has gotten his paws on, Chuan will try to find that way to hand off the TP up the cliff. Come on, man. Reach your arms out. Put those blades down, Luo.
There's definitely a way to do it. I remember seeing the video for like how you do
Well, this is Reborn, though. Maybe they've changed that. Who knows?
Top tower is under
In any
attack.
case, they've got the Flying Courier now. I like how he's just sprinting in place. Luo trying to keep his exercise up. And now we'll TP top, but he's out of mana. Taking advantage of this. The Brina Basilius of Aim was toggled on. A lot of early harass onto this tower, bringing it down to about half HP. Only 3.5 minutes in. Game will settle down now. Score 3-0. IG with a very substantial gold lead.
Yes, and the two heroes stuck, Sand King and Legion, are like your offlaner who you often expect to get zoned out, and against a Rubik Wyvern support duo, like you weren't really expecting Legion to get a whole lot out of this lane, so he missed a bit of experience when the lane pushed to his tower, but ultimately it's not like a major strategic setback. And Chuan, once he hits level 3, can easily farm and catch up, missed a stack or two in the jungle, but is ultimately still in an alright position to transition later on.
Chuan again initiating here. He burrow strikes in onto Icy. This will secure the regen rune for 430, putting Chuan out of mana, though.
Yeah,
finally can start stacking his big camp.
May look to just leech level 3 from the mid lane so he can go jungle.
Yeah, Chuan is pretty good at getting his in general as a support. It looks like he will back off, and I'm not sure where he goes from here. Doesn't need that level 3 before he jungles.
He's going to take this, yeah, probably the big camp further to the east and leave the other big camp to the Lina to farm. Probably the best approach for him to take.
Yeah, he's leeching a little neutral experience. And away he goes. So despite that early blink TP combo, oh, 430 getting caught out maybe in the mid lane. They need a bit of a body block here. Shadow Strike comes through, turns with the Lina stun, has a regen rune, but no chance to use it. CDEC making a 3-hero play on the mid lane will finish him off.
Nice rotation from June especially. Like that's one of the nice plays you can make with an offlane Queen of Pain is once that Dazzle Gyro get to a stage where they can just bully you out a bit, which Dazzle with the point and Poison Touch and just some right-click harass and the sustain from Shadow Wave can do, you're better off going for a gank in a play like that. So that really benefits the DK who was otherwise struggling up till that point.
Phase Boots are now up on your Wind Ranger. Hits level 5. Getting out CS'd quite a bit, though, by Rabbit on the safe lane. 7 CS down now. We'll see what Rabbit wants to go for. Has opted just to complete the treads. But also getting the magic wand. Oh, there was a Laguna mid lane. 430 needs one more auto tech, and he will get the kill. Dragon Knight down. The bottle and the boots were en route, but not able to deliver that in time. So 430 with the solo kill mid. Off to another devastatingly good start on the Lina.
Yeah, that was very handy for 430. Hitting level 7 now as well, so this lane gets very tricky for DK to manage. He's just buying pieces of a bracer now to try and keep himself alive.
Oh, trying for the cliff again on Luo.
Don't take me back there, please.
Mercy, please. 430. Stunning in flame as he arrives. Then going to nuke him again, just punishing the Dragon Knight mid. And he used his ultimate before going down. In fact, 430's got another slave. He may kill him off again. Just missing.
That was close. He got just the right amount of right clicks off. Like he could have used the slave maybe half a second early to hit, but it wouldn't have had the necessary right clicks.
Jackal top lane will latch Luo in position. They may be able to finish him off here with a Fade Bolt from Icy. They will, but the call down rotation comes through, hits both supports on the first splash, finishing off Demons on the second, as well as the Rocket Barrage follow-up. While June, well, you mentioned you thought he'd get a lot of experience, Gods, but with the TP mid and the Gyro here zoning him, June is only level 4.
He's going to take over this bottom lane now. Gyro just TP'd to the off lane, so June's just like, sweet, I've got this lane to myself, or just myself and Dazzle, and as soon as he sees Dazzle, he blinks in, Shadow Strikes, and looks to bully Dazzle away, but another nuke coming to bottom lane. Yeah, he's like, man, I thought I had a free lane for a bit. Like, you see that carry rotation, which you expect from a Gyro, like, that's your catch-up time, but good response from Lua to come down here as well and get some catch-up time of his own. It's the two heroes who had the bad start, now duking it out in the bottom lane.
I'm interested to see what they make of the Wind Ranger safe lane. What's the approach AIM wants to take here? Does he go for that hard carry, right-clicking Wind Ranger? Do we see a little more ganking and utility from him?
I imagine it's just an Ags rush. There may be a Blink Dagger before the Ags is completed, but Ags rush just seems it's so solid. You've got the DK as an initiator already, so potentially could just be straight into the Ags for the damage and stats it gives.
Has yet to take the tower top. Has not skilled up the ultimate either. Just hits level 7. But it feels like the real winner of the laning stage may actually be Chuan, even though he spent a lot of time getting caught on the cliff, trying to help his buddy off of the cliff. Well, Luo, stunned up by the Dragon Knight here. He may take a spill. Level 5. Then we'll grab the kill. That gets the Queen of Pain close to her ultimate. But Chuan is being left unchecked, Gods, and he's about to get his Blink Dagger with this next stack.
Oh, yeah. This is pretty scary timing. That's where heroes like Queen of Pain and Wind Ranger who have escape mechanisms suddenly can be dealt with. And you can find a kill on a Wind Ranger with a Blink Stun followed up by a cooldown Rocket Barrage, for example, or kill off the Queen of Pain with a Blink Stun and a Lina combo. There's so many ways for IG to find kills with just 2 hero combos. They don't even have to commit 3-4 hero smokes. They'll just be sanking +1, smooking around the map, and finding kills.
Gyro back towards the bottom side of the map, but yeah, the blink that you're talking about to come online, and Legion Commander is going to TP into the top lane. It's going to take a little meat, or rather, Luo will take a little me time top.
Chuan's pinging the stack. He's like, I want it. That's my blink dagger. We'll see if 430 allows. I feel like 430's farm, like this is already going to be a ridiculous timing for the blink regardless, and 430's the one who actually needs the farm more.
Yeah, he's almost got the blink. He needs 2 creeps.
Yeah.
The Yules is quite a bit farther off.
It's like, you don't need to give Chuan a ridiculous 9-minute blink. Like getting
he still has it at 9
Yeah,
minutes.
he actually still does. That's this crazy thing, but in some ways the Lina getting farm is more important here, so that's going to be what 430 does. Takes the farm, also gets experience, which he probably needs more as well. And
so with that, 430 just needing his recipe, Chuan officially has secured the blink. They do have duel online as well. Maybe they try to take a fight top, gods. There is an epicenter also available. Just barely has the mana for the combo.
Too late, it looks like. Yeah, doesn't quite get there in time. And
tower down. CDEC.y getting something, but still trailing pretty substantially through the laning stage. They're going to look here for a shackle shot, perhaps. Aim was searching. He does go back for the second point of win run. Does opt for the point booster. So the Ags that you mentioned will be the choice. They get a ward down as well with Icy. Other nice benefit to that tower dropping. But they're still giving IG a lot of space in the woods here.
Yeah, IG have
taken
had
full advantage.
The exact start they want to. They're going to go for a Chuan 430 smoke. This is before even picking up the Yules, just because they don't need the Yules to necessarily find some kills up here in the top lane. It would be very helpful because it's not just a win range. It's actually a lot of backup, so not having the Yules could cost
Blink burrows there, and then in comes the lift, but that won't save the little Ginger. She goes down anyway. Demon's trying to flap away to safety. And we'll make it out courtesy of the Arctic Burn, but on the chase is low. If he can get off this duel, could be an additional kill, and seems like he just has the move speed to get the job done. Chuan blinking in, now opting for the Sandstorm. That will be a duel win. I feel like the fastest duel win I've seen in a long time, just because most offlane Legions tend to feed nowadays.
Yeah.
He actually gets a duel at 11 minutes.
Entirely relying on your team to do damage, but hey, that's what Chuan and 430 were there for. And that's where, like, Wind Ranger had 2 supports right behind, but there's no actual counter initiation. The telekinesis came on the Sand but even if he realized, like, okay, I've got to telekinesis the Lina, you can't. The Lina's just positioned further back, so you wouldn't have actually got to the Lina before the combo
unless she probably just kills you instead.
Yeah, like there was no way for Rubik to actually save the Wind Ranger there. Like if you run right into the back lines, you're going to die as well, and you're not going to be getting the lift off in time for a Laguna. So that's just where Wind Ranger was nowhere near as safe as she thought.
There's now a new smoke, and that Dire Observer Ward doesn't scout it out as they smoke to the right side, the south side of this tower. But also on the smoke is CDEC. Let's see who gets the jump here. Chuan going to get eyes on blinking forward. Will dodge away from that potential 2-hero shackle. Aim will go down again. And next on the list is Mr. Icy. 2 heroes quickly deleted. And looking for a bit more. 430 has the Yule Scepter initiation, stunning Inflame instead, and has the ult to get the job done. Doesn't get off the Laguna, fortunately, but doesn't even matter. Inflame may be next. It looks like it does matter. Inflame flapping away, has the TP out. Luo may go down to the auto attacks of June. Coming back in, Inflame, so ballsy. The balls on this fella, he'll pay. It's a rampage for Rabbit. Oh, he just runs back in and feeds.
He was waiting for the blink because he had a blink scream to kill the Legion, and unfortunately, this is where Queen of Pain, if that was a level 9 or level 10 Queen of Pain, it would have been a great fight. But that was... I was watching CDEC. DK's running up from, like, the river to the high ground. I'm like, wait, CDEC just lost 2 heroes. Why are they fighting 3v5? And that was an insane combo play coming out with the DK going in. That Queen of Pain Sonic Wave catching everyone from the side. I just can't believe they had the balls to make that call. Let's fight 3v5. Into a team who are perfectly healthy. Yeah, they don't have cooldown. Rocket Barrage, though, is basically like a Laguna Blade onto one hero, though, if you can get it onto one hero, though.
And the Dragon Knight's not getting away.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
It looked like an awful decision, but it turned out okay for them.
Well,
it was still a rampage for Gyro, okay?
Let's measure our words
It was a 3 for 3. Like, after they'd lost 2 heroes and they engaged, like, I would call that a 3 for 3 trade. Like, you'd already lost those 2, so it was either going to be a 2 for 0 or a 5 for 2. 5 for 3, but
yeah, it could have been uglier. It definitely could have been uglier.
It probably ends up not worth just because Rabbit by chance gets all the kills. I mean, not even by chance. It's Rocket Barrage does that. And
Also worth mentioning, Luo got a dual win there. So, and again, the Wind Ranger dies without getting anything done. Game is just not having a good time here. 0-2 is your safe laner.
Chuan would have been shackled to the 430 Lina there if he didn't get that instant quick blink off. So it was a good reaction from Chuan to...
Oh, hello. Free Dragonite kill maybe coming the way
Maybe
of 430, at least hoping for what freebie. And then Chuan's going to follow this one up. Goes in with the Sandstorm, forcing Inflame back towards the mid lane where the call down is waiting. Beautiful play here from IG. And they'll find another. Oh, yes, free duel. Thank you very much. 30 damage in my pocket. As Chuan looks for a bit more. Luo is just finding these clever little duels.
Yeah.
Already 3-1 at 14 minutes.
At this point, he's not... It's not even really being used as like a solo kill. I mean, he's not actually... It's not actually getting anything done. Like, the lockdown isn't really helping them. It's just purely to get dual damage to scale into the late game, but... Why not? Like, you may as well use it to get that damage early, which is normally not the case. Normally, you see a Legion at 20 minutes in with at most 1 duel 1, sometimes 0 duels 1, and the dual damage doesn't start kicking in until you have your blade mail up. But getting 30 dual damage already is ridiculously good.
And they're going to look to pressure. Everybody's got items now in IG, aside from the Dazzle. Level 6, though, has his key abilities here as they're going to push in. Rabbit in the front lines. It's the Max Flak and Rocket Barrage now. And does have the level 2 ultimate. Looks like they're going to blink back on Chuan. Play it safe. They're content to force that rotation.
You put a 7-0 gyro with the SMY treads already. This is a scary proposition. I don't really feel like CDEC have any way to take a 5-on-5 engagement. They haven't got the items. They need a BKB on DK before that's possible. Has completely skipped going for the Blink or a Shadow Blade or any kind of mobility initiation item, and they need to tank up. They can go for smokes, but they're going to be looking for pickoffs here. They're not looking for a team fight by any means, and I feel like they want to go for a pickoff just to try and catch out someone like Lina and shut down a carry hero like Gyro who's got this big streak. But if they find a 5v5 fight, they're done for.
Another smoke from the CDEC boys. No smokes available for 2.5 minutes, and after that, you've got that long 11-minute wait before you can go again. And looks like this one will also be a swing and a miss, unfortunately. So, at best, finding unfavorable trades, and at worst, getting no trade.
Yeah, they just... After like 20-second smoke, they see too many heroes missing, and they're like, well, chances are if we run into someone that could just be a 5-man unit, and that's not what they wanted. They were hoping that there'd just be someone jungling it up and trying to be too efficient and too greedy, going for the Radiant jungle farm, and IG just ignored their own jungle. They just went straight to the top lane, take a T1 tower of their own, and this is just a T1 for T1 trade. Nothing really much of it for both teams, and for IG, they're in an advantageous position. No need to kind of waste time and farming efficiency by going to defend that bottom lane. For them, that tower just doesn't mean a whole lot.
Oh, 430, you can see just primed to jump demons. Really wants to pop that haste turn and just run in for the quick kill, but 430 showing some good patience here. Does opt for the point booster, and I am curious to see, does he go into the Bloodstone again, or do we see that Ags coming out? It'll be interesting.
Yeah, the fact he's got the Arcane Boots suggests Bloodstone. Very rarely would you see the Arcane Boots on Lina, if not for the Bloodstone.
Hasted, angry Lina, setting things up here with the Yules, and, well, that's another duel. 4 for Luo, plus 40 damage. The guy has essentially done nothing, but he is collecting his deeps.
And they take the Ancient stack too. That is very painful. DK was hoping to farm that with his level 2 Dragon form.
This is going to be a problem, Legion Commander, at this point, gods.
Oh, these guys are jerks too. They leave the single Granite Golem.
I love it. Beautiful play. IG are just punishing CDEC right now.
Yeah, CDEC are just getting starved out on their map. They have managed to de-ward some of the aggro wards that were in their jungle. There's still one behind the tier 2 tower mid, though. Although I think they got a de-ward on the other one that was actually in their jungle. And they've got decent aggressive wards up themselves. The problem is they're not really using the Radiant jungle. So all this vision they've got hasn't been able to kind of lead to much, because IG have been the ones playing on the offense. They've been setting up in the enemy jungle, so they've got a lot more out of their wards, and it does feel like CDEC need some more defensive wards on their side. Oh, Aim's been spotted. They pinged him out. They want to find him here.
Chuan hunting. That power shot allows them to worm into the trees a little bit deeper. They're Very close. IG.
Scouting
They may
arena
catch
for
him on the way out.
Oh,
Aim.
he got vision.
Uh-oh.
But he's got backup.
He's got the escape path plan, and now the Shackle will come through. There's no mana for a focus fire. Gets the mana for it. 430, likely to go down here. Could maybe get a kill with the Laguna Blade. No, won't be able to combo anybody down in time. So 430 will die. Okay. Giving away a healthy chunk of golden experience.
That worked out well for CDEC somehow. Chuan was nearby,
Good
but he
jukes.
just completely backed off, and
Chuan ditched.
yeah, he did.
He's like, see ya, dude.
And now they're looking to set up for this top tier 2, baiting aim once more, kind of. I mean, he was half baiting there. He was definitely calling his team to come top because he could sense danger and that a lot of heroes were there. But there was
He
about
was hiding, and then he was baiting at the
yeah.
end.
The first 15 seconds of hiding, he was in a lot of trouble. Then by the time his team got there, then it became bait. Oh, Inflame.
He scouts it. He's got the level 2 ultimate. Does he just try to YOLO this stack?
If he had backup and if he had, like, if they had a dire sentry there so they knew it wasn't warded, maybe, but his damage output just isn't that. He can't kill it quickly enough.
Yeah, even just having the BKB would help a lot for the plus damage, but doesn't quite have the recipe yet. We'll deny the bottom tier 2 tower. Shackle. Having a fish at Luo. Blink away, but there is now an Ags finally on the Wind Ranger. Still yet to see much out of her.
Yeah.
0-2-2.
And talked about the Legion Commander dealing with DK stun and the Queen of Pain Shadow Strike, but Shackle is another great spell to purge off using that press the attack ability. So
Oh, that's a good point.
I feel like Luo, I mean, he's kind of in a great position to play a semi-carry because of all his stolen dual damage, but more so I feel like he's going to be looking to sit back a bit and hit those press the attacks as a kind of pseudo-repel.
Yeah. It's only if it goes late where they really need him to right-click.
Yeah.
For now, they've got plenty of nuke damage and 0 BKBs yet on the field.
Oh, they picked one up on Rabbit. He's farmed up a storm somehow.
Oh, I mean for CDEC.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Oh, you mean the duel to go through the BKB. I see what you mean. Yeah, Rabbit's actually, I mean, he's massive. He's 5k plus net worth ahead of anyone right now. But first BKB just completed for Inflame, so it's going to be coming out in the courier. They may look to smoke around this. Have they got any smokes? They still do not, it looks like. And they are limited. 9 minutes without a smoke still. I mean, CDEC's options are just hope that we're ganking not past an Observer Ward right now.
Oh, Rabbit's going to be the siege engine. Started this game with a very quick rampage. 8-0-1 now. And with the BKB you mentioned, he's just going to strut up. Start poking at the tower. We'll do some decent chip damage here. Flacking back on enemy heroes, and they will Winter's Curse and try to engage on him. Throwing a lot out. He was Grave nice and early, but the Shackle comes through. That connects on 2. Chuan tries to counterplay this with the Epicenter. Rabbit kept alive. The follow appeals there. Now they're going to dual aim with the call down over the top. Rabbit's running into this. He gets off the rocket barrage aim. Almost down for the count. The Burrow finishes him, and somehow, some way, the Rabbit avoids being skinned, lives to tell the tale. It looked like a CDEC could get him there, but he's just too damn hard to bring down.
Yeah, they were very close to doing so. But
And now 430. He's taking the free kills. Actually, Luo's the one taking the free kills.
Aim in that fight was just like, I just want to be able to use my hero. He was dueled for 4.75 seconds. Then he got SK stun. Then he got cold embraced. That was like 10 seconds plus of disable on him. He's like, I can't actually physically move here.
And it's after he hits a 2-hero Shackle, so he's thinking, okay, this is the fight for me.
Yeah.
It was not the fight for him.
He even had he had the win run on during the duel, which saved his life for a little bit, but...
They're going to force this one, though. CDEC barreling towards the Roshan.
No? Oh, Radiant Vision, yeah, they had it there. They see all these heroes coming. They know.
This is what happens when you run out of your smokes early. Still no smokes for 7.5 minutes. They've just got to walk at them, and
the good news
IG
is,
got to play it safe.
Yeah, they've got great vision themselves. They had vision above the pit. They had it on the other side of the river, so they could see the heroes as they retreat off and know that, okay, they've stopped roshing. We can go back to farming. So on the CDEC side, a smoke Rosh counterplay could have been amazing, but they get a decent result where they force them away from Roshan and they can get back to farming without wasting too much time just guessing around the pit as to what's going on.
There'll be a splash of Aghanim's Gaming here for CDEC as they grab their second. Queen of Pain ult is now level 2. So June getting... I mean, given how good the ults have been so far, this could be a very big item for him. Let's pick it up fairly early on.
Is level 11, so 2 points in that ulti.
You know, when you have the press of the attack on you, it's basically like you have a butterfly.
Yeah.
Without needing
Free attacks.
without needing that item slot.
Yeah, I think he'd used it, like that last fight, he used it early on Rabbit to try and save his life, which meant he didn't have it for that nice Shackle Wind Ranger had, but didn't seem to matter too much. Nice smoke will bypass this Observer Ward, but...
And they may get the high ground position here. IG swooping around CDEC in
will
a
see them
terrible
soon.
position. This is not going to be pleasant for them. Epicenter's coming. Chuan looking to blink in. He finds the backliners. He blows them up. They get off the duel. Gotta finish off aim during this. It looks like he won't get the duel damage. No, he will at the last second. 54 plus damage for the offlaner, and they're looking for more. The burrow comes through. Heal bomb. Even Super's getting in on the fun. They'll let the lone straggler June walk away. But that is the power of having your smokes at this stage. Something that CDEC just don't have to work with, guys. And you know they're far ahead when they win that fight 4-0, and it's only a 2,700 gold swing. If this wasn't so damn one-sided, it'd be a lot worse.
That was absolute pummeling to the ground there. Their team fight's just so much stronger now when you've got a Stanking who has Blink and Full Staff for mobility. It's a great epicenter, which you can't even prevent from happening because you're too busy throwing your disables at the Lina on the front lines. The Gyrocopter, you're hoping to stun him before he BKBs, and if he gets a cooldown off and a BKB, he's going to tear you apart. So there's just nothing you can really do there. And IG easily come out on top.
Just great decision making there by Chuan, especially. Goes high ground, they see heroes, instantly starts channeling Epi, and then finds the two backline supports. You mentioned, you know, Chuan, definitely Sankey, one of his signature supports, and definitely it works out here that he's the hero, the guy playing the hero.
I'm not sure Legion's a Luo hero, because he Legion 101, you pop your blade mail before duel. He messed that one up. This hero is like actually really hard to play because you have to push so many buttons before you duel.
Yeah, well normally you have BKB, blade mail, so you have to press the attack yourself, blade mail, BKB. Ideally, you also want to get off an overwhelming odds just to damage them a little bit, and you got a duel. It's like you almost have to just choose a couple. You can't really do everything, and then you have an Abyssal Blade. Sometimes you want to use that as well later on. So there are limits on Legion.
Yeah, it's slight flames, but also this is a very difficult button-heavy hero to play. So
I feel like maybe you should be able to use like at least the blade mail while you're dueling or something.
Yeah, that would actually be a nice little buff to the hero. It would make it a lot easier to play, which I guess is my skill cap, but I don't know.
Even if you have like a computer activate everything, there's still like the cast animation for press the attack and you know, stuff like that. So we shall see. But for now, hey, he's getting the dual damage. So I feel like seeing a Legion actually get dual damage is so refreshing. I haven't seen this in a really long time.
I mean, it doesn't feel like it matters for him though, because his team's doing. I mean,
no.
Let's be honest here. His team's doing all the damage during that duel. He didn't even do damage because again, Wind Ranger was popping Wind Run. So.
The only damage he did was getting himself more dual damage. That was
Luo's impact in these team fights is very small, but it's because his team's doing so well. He's there. If this was a more even game, press the attack would be a really key spell for them to win team fights. Like this game could come down to that, but because they're stomping as hard as they are, his hero isn't actually that important. It's not bad play on his part. It's just IG stomping right now.
IG with their 20,000 gold lead, pressing the advantage as they go up on the high ground. Medallion helps keep Rabbit in fighting position. They try to force Staff and Flame directly into the squad. Chuan searching for his inner 430 there with that particular play. Quite find the opening, so they'll just play it safe, very patient. He waits for... Oh! There's the Shackle. And they do use this as an opportunity to steal Burrow Strike. Could be big for the little Rubik.
Bad spell. Hard for Rubik without a Blink to like go in with Burrow Strike and then like Blink Escape, for example, but see what Rubik can do.
But they're just falling behind on the items now. It's getting to critical mass here. There's an MKB on the Gyrocopter, a Bloodstone with 10 charges up on 430. They still have the Aegis on the Gyro. I mean, Gyro is over-doubling most of these heroes, and now they're going to go in onto Inflame. Queen of Pain all comes out to try to deter this aggression, and the Gyrocopter held in position for a little while they keep him alive with the Cold Embrace, but it's not going to matter. Just lays into them. The Flak Cannons tearing them all to pieces, almost finishing off Inflame. Chuan will secure that last kill. That's 4, and the Queen of Pain, the last hero down. It's a full 5-man wipe as 430 looks to make it 6. IG coming to play here in the deciding game number 3.
Some sad supports dying at their tier 4 tower while Gyro was just flacking off of the tier 3 tower. Like, That's where, yeah, like you say, they just reached critical mass as far as items goes. Gyro having the MKB was just the kind of the killing blow they needed to be able to push high ground and completely demolish CDEC. That's where DK, even if he pops BKB, he can't fight because the physical damage becomes too much with that MKB pickup. So IG, very convincing Game 3 victory. They stumbled in Game 1, which still makes me question IG's consistency, as has always been the case with IG. Not a team known for their consistency, but who knows?
Looking stable here, I feel. So maybe the influence of having Super on the team is making a bit of a difference. Just having a fresh pair of eyes in the captain, the drafting role. Not sure how much of the in-game leader he is, but at least being the drafter.
One thing I'll say is it does seem Rabbit seems pretty suited to like the more aggressive style of carry that you need to play in this patch, I feel, than maybe Burning did on this team. As much as the old IG was that kind of all-star lineup, like Rabbit had a stellar performance here in Game 3, and even Game 1 and 2, he had some.
I mean, you
good
say
showing.
that, but we have seen, you know, like some teams just dominate with a super fat anti-mage or PL, but it seems like for IG, they want to fight, and that's where you want a guy like Rabbit at the helm.
And he can play the anti-mage, I think, should he need to, so I think he's a bit more versatile in that sense. I mean, Bernie can also play aggressive style carries. He plays a great Juggernaut, among other heroes, but
but it's just like Rabbit's signature heroes. You go back to TI4, it was Centaur, was one of the really big ones. I think there was one other big initiator, like an Axe. He played quite a few Axe games as well. And Burning signature is obviously more the Rising type carry.
Absolutely.
All right, with that, guys, this wraps up our first best of 3, but don't go anywhere because we've got another match coming up next. That game will be eHome versus Tongfu. So, gods, we get to look at both of the teams' new rosters. Should be an exciting one. Scheduled to start in 20 minutes, so stick around, guys. The Nanyang Championships continue in just a few moments.